Pistol Squat Pink V8. You're watching JaybirdTV. The first route is going to be a V2, V3 with those green holds. It's a pretty cool route. It is a little tougher than your average V2, V3 as well. It does take some power. So moving out left to these slopey holds. You then work your way into an undercling section. So really firing off the biceps here, squeezing those pinches. And when I go out left there, I kind of catch myself. So it definitely is a bit more powerful move. Cross up right there before getting the left hand and left foot up. And I kind of push to get my right foot up there before topping this bad boy out. And that is the area in which the pink pistol squat V8 resides. So moving on to these blue holds. So V6, V7 on the overhung roof section, using those really awesome features there. So those blue holds, and the way they're set is pretty rad, so there's a lot of pinching. Do get to use a pretty cool meat hook. And of course, sizing up the holds and trying to get the onsite here. Plenty of times that I actually miss holds, and it can be pretty crucial. But I've sized it up here and gonna be getting down low, going up left there, and quickly coming over to the feature. So from here, cross up left, and there is a pretty big blue hold that my right hand is on, and now right foot is on, down below. Go out to the next feature here, get a left heel hook up. And I'm really pushing against the bottom of the roof. And I wasn't really sure what to do here, so I actually swing over and get a right heel before going up left. And then coming up right, and I do cut feet, but I just paste them back on the feature and decided to just keep climbing, keep moving. Once again, cutting feet. It's a bit sloppy. I was not sure what the best beta was, but I really wanted to send. So yet again, bumping that left hand up there. It's a pretty silly beta, but really just pushed through. I was a bit surprised. It felt a little harder than I expected, but I was pretty happy to be able to kind of persevere, even though I didn't have the best beta on that one. So my man Ethan here is going to be climbing this next route. It says orange holds, and it is a sideways dyno. How cool is that? Super sweet route. Ethan just floats right up here, makes his top section look super easy. I'll be honest, when I did it, it felt a little tricky at the top. I didn't feel like it really let up. But here he pushes out and squeezes between the wall and the hold there in order to get himself up to the top hold. So well done, my man. It's a pretty sick route too, just kind of swinging your feet out to the dyno. Alright. Next is those pink holds, V4, V5. Yet again, some pinches, and then a really cool section right on those features with those really big juggy holds. And you'll see why in just a moment here. So pretty quickly work my way to the feature and grab that really big jug. And here you have to get a toe hook set and then do a pretty big move. And I definitely squeeze the core and try and control it, but then you have to release your feet between those two holds, which is pretty rad. And boom, rest of the holds are really bomber and can just kind of flow up to the top there. The next route are those blue holds, so starting in those pockets and then quickly spanning out to the wall and into a crimpier section. There was a pretty difficult crux on this one, but I love pockets, so I was pretty excited for the start here. Get a heel hook up and quickly hit those pretty good crimps before getting into that undercling. And this allows you to go out to the side of the wall there. Kick my feet over and work up into these crimps. This is where the trickier section begins. So hitting that crimp, you then need to come in and match it and then shift your weight. And that was the really difficult piece, was shifting your weight right. And then it's pretty much done from here. Just get my foot up on the feature and go up right for the Gaston finish. Really cool route. I do love how that starts so powerfully and then really ends with some intense crimping and kind of shifting your weight and bouncy feeling moves. Anyhow, we're moving on to the black holds, V4, V5. So definitely a big move coming up. I'm sure you can see that. And this one felt really fun, flowy. Just kind of coming out to this Gaston here and then matching it before moving up into these next two holds. And I get some pretty high feet. And I was unable to reach that, so I had to actually get my foot up, and that allowed me to hit the crimp Gaston, and then once again move my feet up to finish that route out. Next up are those yellow holds, V4, V5. So just kind of sizing it up here. I like the arc, the way that they're set. It's really pretty. So anyhow, I did a pretty interesting move here. I cross over, get my feet a bit high there, and then kind of cross through again. I don't know if that was the intended beta. It did feel pretty good actually. Unfortunately, I'm forced to do a match at the top there, but it's kind of a cool and interesting move. And here, just matching that last dish before going out to the top there. I try to avoid matching, which is kind of how I got myself into that predicament. I did ultimately have to do it, but pretty cool move. So last but not least, we are looking at the pink pistol squat V8. So getting started on this, it's a little bit cryptic. It's a little bit difficult to figure out where you're going. I actually originally thought that you're going to hit the small hold at the bottom of the feature there, excuse me, and then go out to left and like a Gaston move. So I do upright first and then hit that left hand and then basically try and work my way out. Those holds were not usable in the fashion I was trying to use them. You could not use them to go out left. So my original beta was a total strikeout. Here. So just trying to kind of finesse my way out left and not sure how to do it. I'm starting to get the right idea there. Right hand up is definitely the right move. And here I had the right idea. I get a really high left foot. And that is the pistol squat there. You basically stand up on it, which allows you to go out and hit those really thin holds and pull in. And really, you're still just standing up with your leg only. It's just enough on that hold to kind of keep your body close to the wall. But you do have to fall out left. And here you match feet. And then I'm thinking to myself, how do I get up to the top? It was still pretty far away. And even though oh man, yeah. Look at that intense balance. Even though you're pushed into the wall, it just is tricky. It's very tricky. It's difficult to move around in that position. Thankfully I have kind of the right beta here. And wow, it felt so interesting, really just pushing on with your left foot so hard. And even though I did manage to get up there, it's not even easy for me to repeat at all. If you don't get your left foot in the right spot, it just pops off. My man Ethan here, he was working on this with me as well. Trying to help each other with beta and inspiration, but it really is a struggle for one. Flexibility, leg strength, some things that have not always been my forte, but and definitely dabbed in the yellow there, so it came down. I do think that's just such a cool route and move though. The whole thing is based off getting that left foot up. And even though you use a variety of different holds, it's pretty much where the entire focus is. So I'm able to fall out against the wall there once more. I do find myself in a tricky spot. And so I decide to go up dynamically, but it's still so far and the hold is pretty crimpy, so I'm unable to get it. I was blown away. That ended up being my final thought on beta. I was like, I gotta go dynamic. I have to go dynamic to the finish. That's the move. Such an interesting finish from a route that is incredibly bouncy and kind of slow and calculated feeling. So I'm armed now with the knowledge of a dynamic move to finish, as well as the top hold being tricky to get. So I'm able to get my left foot in the correct place, able to move up, fall out against the wall, successfully get the foot match and left foot out. And I have no choice but to toss myself up, grab that finish hold. It did feel good to grab that hold. So boom, that is the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Mad love, peace.